Hello, I'm Lewis Marshall again. Doing the second video. Now this is the first video to the second part, but I already had a previous video that I done months ago. But I want to do something probably have never been done before. I want to swear myself in. This is the Holy Bible. This is what they use in the courtroom. Let me get my monitor where I can see. This is what they use in the courtroom. This is called the Bible. You take an oath in court to do this right here. So I'm going to put my right hand on the Bible. Put my left hand, left hand up and the right. Hold my right hand up and I'm going to swear myself in. I, Lewis Marshall, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. Swearing myself in. I want to bring your attention to Officer M. Wilson. Officer M. Wilson on 9/20/11 misled the citizens of Montgomery County by giving me a citation for possession of cocaine. I want to broaden this. I want to let the people know that the officer is what you call a rogue cop. The cop is corrupt. The cop, Officer M. Wilson, violated my constitutional rights and my civil rights by planting drugs in the vehicle so he could justify a personal search of my body. I was admirable about I didn't want him to search me. Since I was admirable and black and was the only black man that lived on Beverly Hills, he took it up on himself to plant drugs in the car, knowingly that I would have had drugs or a firearm on me, so it would be justifiable to him for him to perpetrate this crime. But when he perpetrated the crime, I didn't have nor a firearm nor drugs on me, and my constitutional rights were violated because he manufactured crack cocaine, which the alleged crack cocaine was not cocaine. He did this just to violate my constitutional rights. I'm not addressing the misdemeanor of simple possession of cocaine. That is not my purpose. My purpose for doing this video is to show you how the corruption works here in Clarksville. They are putting a horse before the cart. Just because I was a black man and lived on I was the only black resident on this particular street. The officer manufactured the cocaine. He violated his oath of serve and protect. He served me with a false accusation. He planted drugs to violate my constitutional right. And then allowed me to drive off with no proof of insurance or no driver license. It was a second individual that was driving the car. I was a passenger in the car. The passenger nor I had any cocaine in the vehicle. This is an injustice of law. This is under the color of authority. My rights were violated. Officer M. Wilson on 9/20/11 give me a citation with other officers, causing me to have to go to court and address the different charges. The point that I'm making calmly is that the officer was racist, he planted drugs, and he fabricated a story. This officer should be took off the street. I spoke clearly into the police vehicle camera. The officer had a monitor on him where everything is recorded. I then went to the magistrate, Miss Claudette Salee. When the Miss Claudette Salee tried to obtain a citizen's arrest, Miss Claudette Salee then directed me to a Captain Parks and a Chief Park and a Frankie Gray for the citizen arrest. They assured me that they would look at the police video and get back in contact with me. But knowing Frankie Gray's history in the black community, He has never been one to favor anything of color in this community. I'm asking my attorney and the court system to evaluate this. I am asking them not to dismiss my case. The state is prepared to dismiss my case because the evidence from the TBI haven't arrived. Mark Wilson would have to be one of the dumbest polices to send in to the TBI lab a substance that he knows is not crack cocaine. So I know he probably sent crack cocaine in. But on his video, I was admirable about, I did not want him to search me. I was admirable about taking him in front of his own video camera, letting the camera video what he had in his hand, and let the camera see clearly it wasn't cocaine. I was admirable about positioning him in front of his own patrol car, showing that he never took a kid out to the back of the car to field test this substance. I am so admirable about everything that I want to be tried on the case without the evidence. I need for people in power to address this case. 1111-8601. I like for people that's empowered to pull it up on the internet because it's a public record. I have filed records. I have filed motions in the court asking the Federal Bureau of Investigation to look at Officer M. Wilson professional conduct in this matter by planting drugs on video, fabricating a story to lead to my citation, not arrest. But the thing that I am addressing is the constitutional part. The constitutional part is that he violated my constitutional right when I said I didn't want him searched. He violated my civil rights also. The officer is very dangerous. I don't know how many arrests that he have made in Clarksville, Tennessee, but the police officers here are good about recanting their testimonies in court. I have another officer, Officer Cochran, on another video that I was talking about. I have been pulled over several times and charged with drugs that didn't exist and wasted my time and money going to the court. But this day, I'm going to stand on Officer M. Wilson. I want you all to look into the case 1111-8601 to see the accusation that I am making. Officer M. Wilson fabricated the story. I'm going to put the Bible up, my right hand on the Bible again. Officer M. Wilson told a story, fabricated a story to justify his unprofessional action by charging me with a crime just to violate my constitutional right and my civil right. I'm not interested in the drug charge because there never was any drugs, and the video and audio in his narrative report, right, would all show that I'm telling the truth. His narrative report is contradicting his action. His video camera, which probably has been destroyed now because Frankie Gray has something to do with it, and the audio. I'm asking to go to court. I have an attorney by the name of Hugh Poland. I do not want, listen, Hugh Poland, my hand is on the Bible. I have sworn myself in. I do not want my case dismissed. I want to go to a trial to prove that this officer needs to be terminated from service. There is a part 2 video coming up, and I will speak on Mr. Gentry, but my time is running out on this where I can't speak. Okay, so